Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordamt. We are back for some more Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. In the previous episode, we had just arrived at the Oathbinder's Sanctum, which we are currently now on the 4th floor, as we were looking for Mr. Oswald here. The quest we are chasing is Lost Dues in Good Faith. So we found Oswald over here in some trouble with some Wodicans. They apparently consider him guilty of oath breaking, and as such they wanted to kill him. So we had a disagreement, I killed them all, and now I have to talk to Mr. Oswald and see how the quest progresses. Let's also pick up the loot here. Nothing special. Uh-oh. Cowl of the Piercing Gaze. +1 perception, 1 religion, 1 insight. That's cool. Nothing particularly fancy, but it is cool. I want to see if Shori can use that. The statue of Vodica extends so far below that you can't see its feet. Hedrang Hadrit. Oh god, it's too long. It's too long. Let's just continue. So as for the hat, she is currently using the Pearlescent Rhomboid Hellstone, which gives her a 10% chance to reflect against spells, and she also gets Shifting Chroma. Which means she's gonna get one of these random effects cast at the beginning of combat. I think I might actually prefer this static ability here. Gives her religion, insight, and perception. All of these things are good for her. So, ooh, she looks very creepy as well.
There, look what the Watcher's given me.
Yeah.
It's pretty as a picture, ain't it?
I owe you a debt too large to repay, stranger.
He wrings his hands and gives you a shaky smile.
How did you ever find me all the way out here? Did Inalis send you?
Khan sent me after you.
That tenacious little wretch. I owe her my thanks. And a drink. Several drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And a fair bit of money, too.
He grimaces, his broad brow furrowed with deep wrinkles.
Those steel garrote zealots have been after me for decades. Good riddance.
I'm not an evil person. So I guess on my part I can just go back to Khan. This would be extortion at this point. Yeah, so now that you're safe, I should be off.
Wait! Don't just leave me here. How am I supposed to get off this cursed island without a boat?
Oh!
Maybe I could join your crew?
Would you even be helpful? Oh, fine, welcome aboard.
Thank you, my friend. I owe you a debt twice over.
Oh, another debt he owes. He gives you a toothy grin and stands a hand's breadth taller. Not sure if this was wise, me taking him in, but... Oh, I hear it. Wait, oh, he opened that door, okay. So, where are we? Ah. Is there anywhere else that I might want to explore? Everything is so dark, but I think I've explored everything. Yeah, I have. Okay, well, I guess then let's just go. I'm guessing this is like a shortcut to the first level. It would make sense. Yeah, I think it is. This was the door that was locked. Oh, second level actually. Okay. So we have to go all the way here. Do I have a new interaction here with the spirits now that I killed their murderer, let's say? No, everything's the same. Let us continue going up. So I have to go back to Khan, which I believe is in Neketaka. I think he's in the Wild Mare, right? I think he is. I'll take a chance to rest to get rid of this injury that our friend here has. But first let's explore this old battleground here. Scale armor, and that's all. Okay. I also have to sell a bunch of stuff and equip my people as well. Okay. So, return to... at the Wild Mare. Oh, and this cover is completely broke. I suspect Khan at the Wild Mare won't be pleased to hear this. Oh, wonderful. I don't really know why Shori was a recommended companion there. But, okay. I gotta pick up some more food and water. Man, but my people have been drinking and eating like madmen or what? And by the way, what do you do? You are a helmsman and a navigator with sailor experience, not that good. He's also a drunkard. It's not the best one, I guess. Worthless idiot. Expert navigator. Well, I don't have many, actually. Okay. Let's go to Nekataka then. We're gonna go to the Wild Mare to deliver this quest and also have a rest. Okay, so where is Khan? Khan, there we go.
Don't you have a temple to find?
I found Oswald.
And? Where is he? Did you get my money?
Funny thing, but Oswald's flat broke, not a copper to his name.
That twisty old pig licker. I should have known.
Khan slams her fist on the table. The utensils jump. She looks away quickly, tears just budding on her eyelashes, and dashes them away with a shuddering sigh. After a brief storm of emotion has passed, she steadies herself and turns her hard eyes towards you.
Gods, but I'm dead tired of this wretched archipelago.
She exhales a deep sigh.
So, if you don't mind, I'll be taking my leave. May Wild's Legion of Creepy Eyes watch your back and all that.
Khan gives you a curt nod and finishes the remainder of her drink with a gulp. She hustles out the tavern without so much as a wave goodbye. Okay, kind of a shame. But, oh well. I don't think I have anything to deliver here.
Hello, my hunter.
Yeah, I don't. So let's rest.
Now,
Because I will also need to pause the game a bit.
You let me...
And I want this one here. Let's rest. So no more injuries for us. Good. And now I'm gonna have to decide where to go next. I will be right back. Okay, and I am back. So I was looking over the quest log, and I think I'm gonna go for Pokokohara. Or in this case, I'm gonna go for the Mapping the Archipelago, Tikawara. Because this one says explore the islands around Tikawara. And then if we see here, we have this quest, the Storms of Pokokohara, which is in Tikawara. I think we also have Dim Prospects, which is also Pokokohara. Terms of Trade, also Pokokohara. And I think that's probably all. Yeah, still, I think it's reason enough for us to go there. So, we're gonna leave and go explore this island. Or these islands, because it's supposedly a bunch of islands around that area. This would also complete the quest for Sons of the Cartographer, which would allow us to get some more quests from him. And maybe get more reasons to go explore other islands. I've also been considering if I really want to have Takehu with a heavy armor or not. I don't think I've had trouble thus far with him using what he's using, but still. I'll have to check sometime. Okay, so I think I'm gonna refill the ship supplies. And I will also purchase some hardtack here. Or, let me see here. So this gives penalty to crew morale. Rice gives no penalty. But it costs almost 4 times the amount. The crew morale is not great, but I think I have some fruit and stuff in my inventory. Let's get 200 water, 200 hardtack here. And I think we can leave. We also have this stuff. Upgrades the cabins of the captain to be more luxurious and the menagerie as well. Oh! A pancreas to house all of the extra pets can't be taken on adventures. Yeah, it's gonna happen, my friends. It has to happen. We shall have a playground for Mr. Piggies and friends. Okay, so we're gonna leave by sea. And I'm gonna have to see if I can find this Pokokohara island. Rock Stomper Rodul. Let me just check if I have something for this guy. Ohiro, Kuaro, Vin, Burunga. And that's it. Okay. So, Pokokohara. Oh, I don't actually have it. Interesting. So wait. So what do I have? Mapping the Archipelago. Around Tikawara. Okay, so do I have Tikawara explored? I don't think I do. Ashenmo, Ori, Oroiko, Motare, Tikawara. Okay, let's go to Tikawara then. Which is over there. We can close this. And let's go. So we should be around here. No, here. Who are you? Hurangi. Is Hurangi someone? Sorry, I always forget the names of the bounties. Burunga, Vin, Kuaru, Oero. No. Okay. Tangalo is Maw and a ruined tower. Oh, right. I have to do this before I forget. Okay. Oh, and the menagerie. So how do I actually use this? Oh. Permanently equipped menagerie to the Defiant. I'm not sure what this means, so, but yes. So, can I also take this out? Okay, give me a second. I have to check this. Because if we have a menagerie, it means we can have our pets play around there, which would be awesome. And I'm guessing it's below deck. I do wish I had a bigger chip at this point. Shorty. Oh! Yeah, so all the pets are just playing around here. Okay, cool. It was worth the money to see them all there. It makes me happy.
Permission to speak freely?
Let's go back to sea. And continue our journey to Tikawara. Okay, so Tikawara, there. We're almost there, actually. Tehiwai Islands. Okay. So we're gonna explore Tikawara and everything around it. And see what this has. Oh, but by the way, I'm in Tikawara. Is Pokokohara inside Tikawara? We shall have to investigate.
A ship. I am saved.
Are you saved? Who are you? The dwarf fans himself with a dish rag. His face is dark and shiny with exertion. Sweat colors white crescents on his shirt. He looks at you like a drowning man would look at dry land.
Weeks I've been stranded here. The Valiant Trading Company sends no one. Unless...
He squints at you, dabbing his brow feverishly with a corner of the rag. Stranded. This is a settled island.
By whose standard do you call this settled?
With an anxious swallow, he glances over his shoulder at the sleepy, ramshackle village. His gaze darts from one grass-thatched hut to another, as if expecting some unspeakable horror to emerge. Let's follow his gaze, see what he's looking at. He isn't fixating on anything in particular, but his eyes widen with unease whenever one of the island of Mawa draw near. He flinches and clears his throat.
I only tarry here because my shipmates went to Pokokohara to search for Luminous Adra.
He brushes an insect off his sleeve.
I worry that Ruano, the local chieftain, gave Captain Bez and my crewmates a false lead.
He knots the rag in his hands, pulling it taut. Why would he do that?
Why would I go bobbing for reason in shark-infested waters?
He waves his rag like a handkerchief.
Ruano was the last to speak with the captain before she set sail. He squats in the hot northeast of that pitiful market.
He nods toward the gutted hull of a ship.
I would have joined her, but my stomach... something did not agree. Now it is weeks since they should have returned. I'm only the galley cook, not a search party.
He nurses his stomach and winces. Well, we have a history check here. Vector isn't a Valian name.
Pargroon. My grandparents gave up their nomadic ways when they moved to the republics.
Awesome. A name denoting any of the nomadic tribes of mountain dwarves. The Pargrunan dwarves, the ones in the White March.
But I see the appeal of staying in one place, one safe place.
He dabs at the back of his neck as he glances around. I love his picture, by the way. I'll keep an eye out. Maybe they found something interesting.
Agrasima, this is hope to my ears.
He sighs and bows stiffly.
Payment is assumed with the company. They are quick to buy what they do not have.
He nods, the first signs of relief showing in his red-rimmed eyes. What is you so on edge?
When we landed on Tikawara, the chieftain gave us a welcome feast for the dukes. We feasted, danced, drank, and slept, only so we could feast, dance, and drink more.
The ghost of a smile flits across his face. So, insight? You were awfully busy for a man claiming to be ill.
Percom plank, music and ale are medicine for the soul.
He pats a hand over his heart and gives you a sheepish look.
Even so, they did nothing to soften Anaharu. He said we had come to rob and plunder. He and Nairi turned the villagers against us.
He wipes a fresh rivulet of sweat from his temple.
Did you not come to plunder? Kara, I misunderstood your mission.
He flinches back from Takehu, his eyes wide with alarm until he clears his throat and focuses back on you.
After that, we slept on the boat and took turns watching the shore. Except for me. I had to rest and recover, of course.
Of course, he coughs.
But in the early hours, our lookouts Ruano and Anaharu disappeared together.
Go on.
No one from the village approached us all day. And by the afternoon, only Ruano returned. Now no one here will even talk of Anaharu. Suspicious, no?
Perspiration gleams on his forehead.
Our captain was eager to leave before the winds changed again.
You mentioned Nairi.
The priestess. She imagines me in the jaws of our fish goddess. I know it.
He fans himself even more rapidly.
She lurks in the shrine next to that awful statue. I cannot stand her wicked looks, but if she does not scare you, then maybe you talk to her.
Okay, and what do you have?
The captain left all but the essentials with me. I have sustained myself trading with the villagers. Ekosi, but I'm almost out of ale.
He gives you a weak smile and shows off his wares. Yeah, I wonder why you're out of ale. Okay, so he also has food and water. Rope and grappling hooks. I'm gonna take a few of these, they're always handy. A pry bar. Do I need a pickaxe? Might as well. Ooh. Achina's tricorn. Oh! Plus 5 ranged accuracy and minus 10% reload time? Oh, I will take this. A sailor of Valiant descent, Achina the Gaunt, the moniker she earned for her unusually lean frame, came of age in the living lands. Raised among ravenous beasts and carnivorous plants, the young dwarf took to the arbalest and arquebus shortly after she learned to walk. By the time she went to sea, she was one of the quickest shots around it with either. The impulsive Achina soon fell in with the ship granted a letter of marque by the Valiant Republics to counter Principi predation in the Deadfire. Though she earned a repute by the speed and accuracy of her shots, pirates around the region knew her almost as well for this hat. A sharp piece of adware preserved with fastidiousness, born of the knowledge that few things pose greater danger than equipment ill-maintained. I will want this for sure. I'm just gonna see if I can rob it from him. Swordsman bracers, usual thing. Storm Turner cloak. Kind of a weird thing, I don't like it. I do want spark crackers. Gauntlet, Grimoire of Disruption. I do like disrupting my opponents. Slicken. This is close range, right? Yeah, I think so. Exposed dampener, arcane reflection, call to slumber. It's not bad. It's not particularly great either. And that's it. Okay, so trade. And let's
must watch
see.
the supplies.
No.
And the trade post. You will come to check on me, yes?
Okay, so he just goes over it. Okay.
Leave it to me.
Small fish, more bone than meat, dry on the rack. Their eyes are sunken and their scales dull.
Omen to have
Okay,
a priestess
let's-
so young.
Let's steal everything here.
Age is no assurance of wisdom. Anna?
Okay.
Still your tongue. Amira's winds will surely carry your words.
Mataru warrior. Some goldie. Okay, not a lot of named characters. Oh, there's one. There's a... Ooh, Lagufeth. Oh, God. Fish people are one of the toughest foes in Pillars of Eternity 1. So let us be careful. Miri. 1 intellect and incoming crits converted to hits from weapons. Okay. Okay. I want to find that guy again, but I also want to steal that.
I'll take care of it.
Let me put on my stealth boots. And let's see what we can rob here. Come on. Let's go. Nothing fancy.
What is it?
This is woven from Tikawara reeds, a hardy but flexible material smelling of sea salt.
Oh, filthy lizards. Even here, I always smell them.
Okay, so here's a guide. I have no chance of actually robbing him, so let's just
No
purchase
sign
it.
of my shipmates. Ecosi.
Give me the thing. This one. Not too expensive, so an easy purchase for me. So I'm using this, right? Hits converted to crits is cool. Perception is cool, but other than that, not really necessary. I believe this is just better. Okay. Does anyone else want that? No, I still like this, death runes. Soul Void. Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
As is my duty. Yes?
Okay. Himuihi. The woman stands outside the half-finished building, arms crossed as if in protest of any shelter it might offer. She looks like she's scowling, but the scars on her face make it hard to tell.
An outsider in Tikawara? Who are you, stranger?
Her hand strays toward the hide belt cinched tightly about her waist. I am Cordamt, Captain of the Defiant.
A captain? If you had sailed downwind of the island, you would have moved on, I say. I tell Ranga Ruano that the stench of Tikawara will drive away friend and outsider alike. Do you smell it?
She flares her nostrils and grimaces.
Surely you can. Your kind of nose is like palm rats.
You're not a very welcoming lady, are you? What are you talking about?
I speak of the Lagufath.
Oh, she doesn't like the fish people over there.
There is no food on this barren island that those monsters do not steal.
Her scars are like seams tugging her face into a skull.
Yeah, but how could you say no to those little faces?
Always they circle our village looking for weaknesses.
I love it there. She shakes her finger, making an argument she seems to have made many times before.
I pushed the cage with the young ones farther toward the beach, but I smell them even here.
We have a living lands check. The young vermin are a delicacy in some of our tribes. We have survival. It's no wonder they come here when the beach smells like a Lagufeth hatchery. Sure.
Better to keep them under our thumb than sharpening blow darts, I say. A week ago, I tracked the fish to Hoina Ravine, so I challenged the Mataru to a hunting competition. My mother's belt for the brood mother's head.
Grinning, she thumbs the hide belt slung across her waist.
It is not every day that newcomers land on our beaches. What say you show me how outsiders deal with Lagufath?
A little competition sounds like fun.
Understand they are animals. You must rely on blades, I say, not words. Hunting tales of our ancestors say the brood will scatter when their fish Ranga is killed.
Their leader? Title of a Huana tribal chieftain, yeah.
No need to chase the children if you cut the head from the mother.
She makes a sweeping motion across her neck. Okay, what are you doing with this shipwreck?
The Ranga wanted a trading post.
She glowers at the strange building, which appears to be part scaffolding and part shipwreck.
He said it will bring more Valians like the sweaty dwarf. Then they will bring food and supplies and their sweaty money.
A shiver of disgust ripples across her face. What's wrong with that?
Always I stand here. This is no job for the Mataru. We hunt, fight, and lead.
She paces next to the trading post, restless energy practically quivering through her arms and legs. Okay, so why aren't you hunting or fighting?
What is there to hunt on this heap of rock and moss? No game, only Lagofath skulking in Hoina Ravine. Even the antelope know there is no fit home. The grasses are thin and the trees are like a child's bones. Small and soft. Even to build this, we must hike up the mountain for wood.
She wraps the side of the trading post with her knuckles. Okay, can I buy some supplies?
Am I a Kuaru? Do I dirty my fingers with coins 1,000 hands have touched? Never.
She spits.
Go see the sweaty one, the dwarf. He washes his hands sometimes.
Okay. What about resting?
You will never meet a more welcoming tribe.
You don't look very welcoming, but okay. She thrusts her face inches from yours and glares at you as if daring you to disagree.
See? The villagers brawl for the honor of your visit.
Okay, so she has rooms. Resolve and hostile effect duration, not bad. Ooh, 3 intellect, attacks interrupted, empowered attacks. Okay. Okay. Rongi. This Omawa man seems lost in thought. His clothes are neat and clean, but he's tugging on the fringe of his sash, which is worried into a long, loose thread. He looks up at you, his bleedy eyes suddenly sharp and alert.
What say? You are new to Tikawara?
He nods, looking you up and down. What do you do here?
I weave baskets and mats, strong and soft, just as my mother's cousin taught me.
He smiles with real pride.
In the afternoon, I sell them here. Of course, all that I earn goes back to the Ranga first. This is prize share.
He rushes to add the latter part. Yes, it's the same thing as like the gullet area in... well, not just the gullet area, the Omawa situation in Neketaka.
Ikira, we trust in our Ranga to dispense our food, goods, and coin to the tribe. The Mataru get the best of all, and then the Kwaru. The Raparu share what is left among themselves.
Yep, just like in Neketaka.
Mukumu sees to it. The Tamao is made an example of what breaking prize share looks like.
Rongi frowns to himself. Okay, farewell. Doesn't have anything for us.
I could never eat a dwarf. For what?
Play along. I choose the belly, rich and fatty.
Okay.
We are Raparu, you fools. We would only get the gristle between his toes.
I'll see it done.
That sounds disgusting, man. Okay, I'll take that. Take everything. At least the Roparu here don't seem to be so completely mistreated. Might be wrong though. Okay, so we had Lagufeth over here, yeah.
Quit your chirping. I have no fish for you.
Okay, Pekehu.
Full tides.
The fisherman lowers his head in greetings and wipes his hands on his sarong, which is mottled with fish guts. He doesn't meet your gaze. Why are those Lagufeth caged?
Himwihi and the other Mataru found them when they explored the island.
He looks at the creatures with mingled trepidation and disgust. They bare their teeth in response, flies buzzing around their clouded, gunky eyes, and the dull patches on their scales.
Said maybe we train them to build. And if the soil and sea are misers here, then we eat them.
He shrugs, scratching at his incurved belly. Eder's hand begins to drift slowly towards his weapon. Yeah, so Eder doesn't like killing the fishies. He blinks at your companion impassively, glancing toward the sea with an air of mild impatience. Okay, what can you tell me about Tikawara?
The high tide is stingy with fish, and the low tide even more so.
He points on the beach to a lonely rack strung with a few scrawny fish.
Well, the fish do not swim to you, brother? Strange.
Ikira, For Ngati does not bless us all equally.
Pekeho swallows and glances toward the sea.
What more you need?
Okay, apparently nothing. We have the beach, which doesn't seem to have anything of interest here. So I guess we gotta go... Oh, maybe... Can we talk to the fish people? No, we can open the lock though. Interesting. So there might be a quest to save them.
And you hide Kowiki fruit?
I hide nothing, you bloated pufferfish. Traitor! Gatti's jaws will close around you.
Okay.
Confess, Tamao, or will you let good food rot?
A young warrior's forehead is furrowed with lines and beaded with perspiration. He stands over a man bound to a pole.
Does mine look like a full belly, idiot? Question the rest of the Raparu. We all hunger.
Every word out of the bound man emerges as an agonized wheeze. He glares up at Mukumu.
Disgrace. Any other Raparu has worked 10 times in a day what you have in your life, and they do not complain.
The warrior pulls a dagger from his belt and thumbs the tip thoughtfully. Blinking, he turns to you, wearing a bright, friendly smile.
Watcher, we can't just let this injustice stand. Do something, or I might.
Don't worry, I intend to.
You do? I mean, of course you do.
She grins big and brassy, unable to hide her happiness with you.
I say, this outsider speaks her mind like a Mataru.
He touches his chin and looks over Shori before focusing his attention back to you.
Another outsider. You visit Tikawara in hungry times.
Mukumu sighs through his nose.
For what do you make of this hagfish, huh? Will Tamao confess if I tighten the ropes?
He gestures to the bound man. I take it he's done something wrong?
Pekeho caught this wretch stealing the last of the Koiki fruit. The tribe was to feast on it for a harvest ceremony.
The Koiki will reveal itself when you can smell it from Nekataka, I say.
I stole no Koiki, but I wish I had. I would have hid it somewhere most unpleasant.
He bares his teeth in a defiant grin.
You hear this? A second chance we give, and Tamao throws it in our faces.
Mukumu holds the blade level with Tamao's heart. He's done this before.
Lied and stolen? Akira. When we have food, he takes more than he deserves. He steals baskets and pots, and even pilfered a spearhead from a warrior on the hunt.
Exasperated, Mukumu mops his brow with the back of his hand.
I say there is no person in Tikawara who he has not wronged in some way. Maybe no person in the Deadfire.
What say you, Tamao?
I say I deserve what others have in plenty. Shade, a full belly, a moment to kneel on cool sands.
He glares up at Mukumu.
We stopped being a tribe when Ruanu dragged us into the path of the outsiders. Now we can only save ourselves.
You shame us, Tamao. To return in your next life as a coconut crab would be too kind.
Mukumu stamps his foot, kicking up a flurry of dust. What was this Koiki ceremony?
We would have eaten the last of the Koiki as a tribe. This way we give our thanks to Kahopa, the eel of life.
His eyes go downcast.
Now this cannot happen. Our harvest fails because this one puts his empty stomach higher than the gods.
We have an alchemy and history check. Did anyone think saving the seeds might be a good idea?
This is not done.
Then you're dumb. Mukumu furrows his brow at you.
To consume the fruit, seeds, and all. This is how we pray to Kahopa for bounty.
Would it make things better if I had some spare Koiki fruit on hand?
I say, missing food is not the problem. Tamao betrays the tribe, dishonors the Raparu, denies all of us Kahopa's mercy.
He winces as if ashamed to even discuss it.
And he will surely wash back into our nets as a mudfish in the next life if he does not tell us where the Kawiki fruit is.
He raises his voice again just to be certain Tamao hears it. So you have your guilty man, what's to be done?
Pekeho's word is enough to give Tamao over to the waves.
Mukumu faces the beach and touches his brow.
Better to drown as an innocent man than starve with you fools.
Tamao spits, but without the forward momentum it just dribbles on his chin. Mukumu turns his gaze away, doing his best to ignore him.
Justice does not fill our stomachs or our hearts. It brings the gods no closer to ending this famine.
Mukumu's hand strays toward his stomach. He glances out on at the horizon. If there's missing fruit, then Mr. Piggy and I will sniff it out, won't we? I gotta go for the Mr. Piggy line. He blinks at you and Mr. Piggy with dawning comprehension.
Akira, you would do this? I say, our Ranga will dedicate the Feast of the Last Kawiki to your name.
He claps you on the shoulder, leaving Tamao all but forgotten.
Until the Kawiki is found, I will delight in prodding this stubborn eel for answers.
He touches the point of his dagger, his lips spreading into a broad grin.
You are free to question him and your customer, say. And Peheko, he tarries often by the beach.
Mukumu nods toward the shore. Okay. What do you do here?
I am a warrior, like most Mataru. Can you not tell?
He poses, standing tall and flipping his blade in his hand.
We have little reason to fight on Tikawara, except when the fishermen drink too much of the dwarf man's liquor. But these are only small fights, not like it was on the island we left before, when the pirates, the slave...
His expression goes slack. For several seconds, his widening eyes stare blankly into some remembered horror. After a moment, he snaps back.
But what did I say? Tikawara does not give in abundance, but there are worse things, Akira.
Okay, I'd like to know about the village.
Then you must speak with the Ranga. His lodge is at the top of the hill, past the trading post.
Okay.
Nairi also knows much, but she is quiet ever since.
His eyes go wide as he catches himself. He clears his throat.
Nairi, she tends the shrine in the northwest part of town, near the statue of Ngati. Yes.
He nods rapidly. Okay. So, we know where this Pekehu guy is. We talked to him briefly. Let's see what he has to tell about Tamao.
You need something?
Mukumu says you caught Tamao stealing Kawiki.
Akira.
He pauses and stares at you with wide eyes.
Tamao was creeping around the drying hut where we stored Kawiki for the ceremony, north of our Ranga's home.
He tips his head to gesture away, holding your eye contact all the while.
I grabbed Tamao by the wrist and dragged him to Mukumu. We found all of the Kawiki were gone.
So you didn't actually see him steal, he just caught him nearby.
The snake brought this on himself, I say. Now Mukumu will deliver him to Tangaloa's maw, where he belongs.
Pekehu nods slowly. So you have a bluff thing here. Sounds like the type of story a Kawiki thief would tell. Did you actually see Tamao with any Kawiki?
Akira, it is as I said. Tamao was near the Kawiki hut.
So that's a no. He blinks at you. A bit of sweat rolls down his brow. Perception check.
Stuffing his face, I say. And if he will not admit it in this life, he will pay in the next one.
You are lying, bitch. You look awfully nervous, Pekehu. He opens his mouth to retort, but closes it and hangs his head.
It is said the gods piss on the souls of liars before sending them back to Aora as krill.
God damn it.
Tamao stole no Kawiki.
That was easy.
Kahopa must have made Tamao from sand lice, because he gives nothing to the tribe, only takes.
Tamao isn't the one implicating an innocent man.
Tamao is as innocent as a skulking tidepool worm.
Pekehu spits forcefully on the ground.
He hates the tribe. Pity and charity fill his belly and shell pouch, and he has not strained a muscle to serve anyone but himself.
Pekehu balls his hands at his sides.
Knowing this does not bring the Kawiki back to the drying hut, but it will help to heal the tribe.
Would Mukumu accept your retraction without Kawiki to prove it?
No. He wants the Kawiki and the guilty. So do we all, I say. I cannot say if the true thief covered their tracks, since Mukumu never looked for clues.
Wow. Pekehu shrugs and calmly brushes sand off his boot.
But the drying hut? Akira, in his sandals, this is where I would look.
Okay. So farewell. Let me see if I can talk to Tamao and see what he has to say. The bound man casts a wary stare down at you, his arms tightening weakly beneath their restraints.
Don't know how long a man could last out here like that.
You look at me for what? To watch me shrivel up in the sun?
It may be a trick of the light, but the man's emaciated skull does appear shriveled. Tell me about yourself.
I have seen better days than this.
He grimaces up at you.
I labor for the tribe, but our Ranga saves the best of everything for his warriors. For what does a warrior need with a full stomach when we are not at war?
Tamao shakes his head and scowls. Well, did you steal the last of the tribe, Squeaky?
If only my brain and belly had coordinated. I say I would have tried sooner.
He glances longingly toward the hut north of the Rangas.
Keho hates me because I insult his puny catches of fish. All he does is weigh down his boat. For this, he accuses me.
All he does is weigh down his boat? I love it. What's your side of the story?
Keho says I was skulking by the drying hut north of the Ranga's home. Akira, this is so. I would have taken the Kohiki, but it was already gone.
So you are just a thief. Can you think of anyone else who might have taken it?
It is said the Roparu share one empty stomach. Blame any of them, I say.
He grimaces down at his lean frame.
The tribe drives me out like jerky because I am hated, not because I am a Kowiki thief.
I had some questions.
Then maybe you ask someone with both feet on the ground. I need to conserve my strength.
Okay, well, farewell then. What else do we have here? We have a Kwaru hut.
Joanna was wise to bring us here. A year, and still foreigners never attack.
But our food dwindles. Better to die fighting than starving.
Well, kind of true. What else we have? We have Tiana, the Chieftain's Lodge. The drum emits a deep, satisfying boom when you strike it. Okay, let's check out Tiana. A seasoned Huana woman rests her elbow on the drum like it's the only thing keeping her upright. She pets the hide skin, the percussion no more effortful than a sigh. She opens her eyes as you approach. Blinking, she crosses her arms and regards Kehu with a patient, expectant look.
Tiana, what a surprise. I say, I could not find you after your Ranga moved the tribe.
He steps forward and clasps her hand, smiling warmly. Why are you upset? Irresponsible? Okay. She pats his hand before calmly pulling away from his touch. Takehu blinks and clears his throat, looking elsewhere. What did you do to deserve that?
I say I will leave the thinking to the days after this guppy loses his tail.
He smiles and sighs. She nods at you, smiling, and rests her palms on the skin of her drum. I'm Cordant, Captain of the Defiant. I'm guessing she's mute? Or she just doesn't want to speak? One of her eyebrows arches up with an unspoken question. She squints down at the dock and nods towards your boat. She touches her brow with 2 fingers. Then she gives the drum a pair of playful taps. That may have been an introduction. Don't you speak? A deep wrinkled scar traces a winding path down her neck. She tilts her head to the side and beckons you to look closer. The angle and shape look like the mark of a boar's tusks. Oh god. She raises one finger and points down to a dried hoof knotted to her belt. Then she makes a gesture of pulling back and releasing a bowstring several times in rapid succession. Grinning, she snaps her fingers and leans once more against the drum with a satisfied sigh. Let's tap on the surface of the drum. You play a short, hesitant beat. She bites the inside of her cheek and considers before drumming a quick response with her knuckles. Then she beats a harder, faster rhythm and steps back, grinning at you. Okay, let's play something together, I guess. She places a hand on her hip, skeptical as you start to build up a rhythm. Eventually, she bobs her head and smiles a little wider. She eases in closer, your shoulders touching, and beats on the drum fast enough to build tempo without outpacing you. Her rhythm response chases a tune, introducing complexity while keeping the spirit of the original alive. She closes her eyes and sways in place. The flow of her movements make the beat look effortless, but her arms are a constant blur. In the village below, heads begin to bob. Furrowed brows momentarily relax. Finally, she breaks the rhythm and steps back, shaking out her arms and sucking in deep breaths. She tips her head to you, gratitude and recognition mingling with her exhaustion.
I'm right primed for another.
What do you do here? Exaggerating her movements, she shields her eyes and scans the horizon. Then she points off at a distance, kicks her legs up with a youthful glee, and pretends to pound on the drum with wild, enthusiastic beats. Shrugging, she lets her hand fall to her sides once more. Okay. So she's like a scout or something? Do you know anything about the tribe's missing Koiki? Frowning, she sweeps her hand out to gesture at the entire village at once. She shrugs. Then her hand wanders toward her belly. She sighs through her nose. Okay, farewell. That was kind of random. No purpose to this conversation, it seems. Okay, Chieftain's Lodge. A chest. What is this? Oh. Let's take that. Nothing else over here. So I guess we can explore this area first. There's a Ngati statue over there, which I love. Can I take this here?
In the lantern.
I think I can. Yep. Cool. The bell's reliefs have been worn smooth in some places and crusted with patina in others. Okay. So the initial exploration of the city or the village is done. Let's start going into houses. The statue depicts a voluptuous woman with the head of a angler fish. The paint is thick as if freshly applied. Okay. So we're gonna look at the shrine.
Amir's winds blow bitter today, outsider.
Quiet.
Well, let's steal. Okay.
I'll see it done.
Okay. So this is Nairi. There's a statue. This looks like a smaller, older version of the statue outside. The wood is smooth and mottled with water damage. This woman is young, but her serious manner makes her look much older. Her nose and ears are pierced in several places, and her mouth is twisted in a scowl. This is a unique portrait. Interesting.
So the foreigners now sent Huana to enslave Huana.
She sniffs, curling her upper lip back.
No one chains to Kehu, I say. Well, except Rabuna.
Rabuna? He rubs along his neck and smiles, the shallow mark of a collar standing out in his flesh. Oh, God.
Shameless clown.
There you go. She folds her arms and stamps her foot. It's difficult to plunder when you can't reach the shelves, my lady.
Maybe not. But your kind have surprised me in the past.
I love it.
Outlanders conquer us with ink and paper packs as well as blades. But they conquer us all the same.
She squares her stance and grimaces. We have streetwise, so learn to fight or read the fine print. Either will do. That's kinda harsh. I'm seeking a lost Velian expedition.
Better for us all if they stay lost, I say. Ruanu. He collaborates with the bottom feeders who went to Pokokahara for Adra riches. I warned the Valians about Pokokahara, but why listen to the ignorant Huana girl? Now I remain. They are gone. Taken by the curse.
A curse? History check. Valians are some of the most skilled navigators in the world. They don't just go missing.
Pokokahara was not for them. With Nagati's aid, the sea takes and gives in equal measure.
She raises her fingers to her brow.
Dark clouds surround Pokokahara, and in my dreams, they swallow us all.
She looks at the statue next to her, her eyes bright with intensity. Perception, insight check. It's a good speech, and it sounds like one she's rehearsed a little too carefully. Intellect. If the island is cursed, whoever lived to tell of it? She sighs deeply, her bony shoulders rising like a vulture's wings.
We tell these stories not because they happen just so. We tell them for what they mean. Our Rangosphere makes him too trusting. He believes the Valian traders will protect us if they settle here and mine Pokokahara.
She closes her eyes and shakes her head.
So the villagers pour their sweat into the sand, building a trading post on a barren island.
What do you think will happen?
If more Valians come? Akira, the same thing that has happened with every other foreigner.
She waves a gangly arm in the air.
They will kill us, rob us, enslave us. And we will be too busy building their halls and sweeping their docks to fight.
She bites her lip in a bitter frown.
If you go to Pokokahara, I say the best thing is to destroy it for the tribe.
Her brow raises sharply as she studies your reaction.
I don't doubt your intentions, but isn't this a little rash? No offense, but you seem a little young to make this decision on behalf of your entire tribe.
He winces.
I am old enough to have seen the greed of foreigners, elf. When the Udra is gone, the Valians will dig somewhere else, leaving us to point our canoes toward more welcoming shores.
That is probably true. How do you expect me to destroy Luminous Adra?
If I knew, then I would go myself. Anything that is built can surely be destroyed, Akira. And the storms are proof of powerful magic at work. Dispel this magic, banish it, whatever needs doing.
She brushes off her palms. This is probably the most... the best response in my mind for this. Because even though there may be interests at play, like the Valiant and the Huana and all that, it is still a gateway to the beyond, and destroying it could put a lot of souls at risk. So, sorry, but I won't shatter the gateway to the beyond because it's inconvenient for you.
Then stay out of my plans. Sail back to wherever you came from.
Okay. Well, I hear that Anaharu also had problems with outsiders. She winces as you speak the name. One hand strays to the coral crescent pendant. She forces it back down, pinning her hand beneath folded arms.
Anaharu was the tribe's priest before me. And he was my father. Before he challenged Ruanu to a trial of waves.
A trial of waves. She sighs and takes hold of the pendant, gripping it in a tight fist.
But he was cast off. We are forbidden to speak of him.
Tell me about the trial of waves.
When there is an argument between leaders that cannot be answered, we turn to Nagati. Two challengers risk violent currents, beasts from the deep, and waves that would dash them against the rocks. The winner, if there is one, has Nagati's favor. The loser, living or dead, is forgotten by Nagati and the tribe.
That seems very harsh. Her gaze turns downcast. Why did then Ahuro challenge Ruanu to a trial of waves?
My father knew that traders are as dangerous as pirates and slavers, perhaps more, because they grow strong in Neketaka.
Her mouth becomes a hard line, her eyes for a moment look distant, dead.
So, when the expedition came, he begged Ruanu to send them away and move the tribe to another island.
Her knobby knuckles pale as she squeezes the pendant.
Ruanu? He did not listen, and Anaharu was done talking.
What does it mean to be cast off?
It means the tribe must forget him. The Ranga divided his possessions among the other Mataru, and now we do not speak of him.
She swallows, still looking away. I see.
Anaharu goes to his next life. But, forgotten, he goes to a different tribe.
She hangs her head. You don't seem to think much of Ruanu's leadership.
He is our Ranga. My own great-aunt looked into his soul and declared him such.
Even as she says this, she hesitates, one hand clenching in a fist at her side.
I must respect him, even as he builds a village for our enemies.
Have you tried reasoning with him?
Akira, I have, and so did
Anaharu, I guess? She breaks off, looking down and frowning.
Anaharu. I must learn to stop saying his name.
Are you the priestess of this tribe? She nods, one finger brushing the crescent pendant at her neck.
We worship the same gods as the foreigners, but sometimes with different names. This is Nagati, the trickster of the seas.
So Ondra. She points to the wooden statue. It's as smooth as an old piece of driftwood, and the sun-bleached and water-stained patches suggest years of travel from one village to the next.
You worship Gon same as I do, at least in Neketaka. But I'll admit I've never called Ondra Ngati.
Foreigners know her as Ondra. To us, there is no difference.
Okay, well, farewell then.
What is it? I'll take
So, she wanted to give us a quest, which we rejected.
Yes?
I'm actually not sure if it got rejected or if it's just marked as something that you can do if you want. I do want to see if I can snatch this pendant, which apparently I cannot. just put back my non-stealth boots because this did not work.
Well, as you wish.
And we're gonna go back to Tikawara and check out the other house. Or the other hut. The
I say
Quarrel
the
hut.
gods chiseled you from lumber and dragon bone.
I'll take that. At least as far as my head's concerned.
Okay. Quarrel hut. Quarrel craftswoman and Rongi. I want this. Wait, why is my lineup messed up?
Hey.
Maybe I did something at the ship and I just forgot.
Well, of course.
Okay, I want to steal.
Layout.
Yeah, buddy. Okay. So let me actually just put my boots again.
Leave it to me.
Perfect. Ooh. On the provenance and ruination of Neketaka's old city. Okay, so just lore. No. God damn it. Well, I can check. No, I'm gonna take the journal in order to read it. I don't want to just do it like that. Okay, I think it's easy to steal.
I'll see it done.
Yes, it is. Okay, take that, take that. Now we can read. Rongi's journal. If not for the food shortage, Ruano would ask for what I bring so many crabs from the beach. They take to the sand at midnight and scuttle around my feet, as hungry as the rest of us, I say. The work is difficult enough without them pinching my ankles and going after the prize. I thank Ngati for every day that Ruano does not ask. The shore warms by day and cools by night. If this will get the job done, then even Kohopa may forgive me. Who is this? Oh, Berath. No, not Berath. Oh, yeah, it's one of the snakes that eats itself. Only at midnight can I check. Someday the tribe will know what I do, but until that day, Akira, no one may know. In the meantime, I say the beach is so lonely. Okay, so maybe if we wait until midnight, we can see something that we otherwise wouldn't.
I see your feet will not let you stay in one place.
His lean face has the pale, clammy sheen of his fish belly, but he forces a smile. Do you know something about the missing Koiki fruit?
Only that Tamao has slept like a fat tortoise, while the rest of us chew on reeds to fool our bellies.
Rongi folds his arms.
Akira, no one could be less surprised. Tamao had this coming.
Insight. You don't seem particularly upset about it.
Guilty or no, being tossed to the waves is what Tamao deserves. I have no tears for him.
Yeah, so nobody likes him.
He complained until the Ranga gave him my finest mats, and then left him out for the sport of beasts. Let the gods sort him.
Rongi's lip curls back, but he holds his composure steady. So even if Tamao is innocent, you don't care?
The tribe has challenges enough without Juana eating from each other's plates.
Flaring his nostrils, Rongi glances away from you.
You overstep for a stranger, an outsider. I say you should go back to the shore that welcomes you.
He turns away and says no more. Can I tell him that the other guy admitted?
Your feet will not let you stay in one. I weave baskets and mats.
Oh, we've seen this already.
Of course. All that I earned, Akira.
Okay. So no, I cannot tell him that the other guy admitted to lying. So what time is it right now? It's 4 p.m. Okay. So the only thing we have left is the Chieftain's Lodge. And then probably wait until midnight to see what we can find at the beach. Ooh.
Real quiet now.
Yes?
Real quiet now. Yeah.
Of course. Leave it to me.
I'll take this.
Ah, welcome to the...
Dude, you can't see me. Shut up. I'm robbing everything. Leave me alone. Oh, man, I want that. Yeah. I have my stealth boots. Yes, I do. I don't think I can reach it, though. Yeah, there is no way. Unless I can somehow, like... No. Maybe during the night time? Okay. He's very weird looking. And Omawa huddles in close conversation with the warriors next to him. He whispers in a low, stern voice. No sooner do you catch his eye than he grins wide enough to stretch every muscle in his face.
Greetings, friend. Always an honor to receive guests.
He inclines his head and touches his brow. So this was the guy that did the trial of the waves with the other guy? Cordam, Captain of the Defiant, at your service.
I would shower you with the fruit of our harvest, but the season is unkind, I say. Pococahara is restless. Even from afar, the storms tear our bounty up by the root and chase fish to calmer shores.
He raises his hand to gesture to the east. His hand falls limply to his side. What is Pococahara?
An island not touched since the days of our ancestors. The Valians went to Pococahara for luminous Ardra, but their expedition does not return. As the storms grow wild, Tikawara dies around us. No traveler will land here if they are forced to eat their belts, I say.
He absently presses his knuckles, worrying the blood from his fingers. How is Pococahara causing storms?
You are new to the islands. I would not expect you to know of these things. Our ancestors told of luminous Ardra, the bones of the Deadfire, breaching through the sands of Pococahara. Ngati raises her watery fist in defense of the Ardra. Valian or Huana, it is nothing to her who suffers in the wake of such anger.
We can use metaphysics here. It is highly unusual for Ardra to impact its environment as you describe.
Maybe that is for what the Valians find it so fascinating.
Ruano scratches his head and shrugs.
Their captain brushed off my tails like the buzzing of gnats.
Well, I have some history with old places that cause storms. I'll take a look. His eyes widen a little. The smile that creases his face seems, for the moment, genuine.
Here. This was a token passed down from the Rankas, said to come from Pococahara in brighter days.
He passes you a heavy length of copper shaped in a spiral. A copper Muzuma shell key. Very cool. This piece of elegant craftwork is a copper representation of a Muzuma shell, a corpse-eating snail that thrives in the waters of the Deadfire Archipelago. Scratch marks and a green patina only hint at the age of this piece. This looks like a she-shell.
The Muzuma snail, a foul thing, yes? They eat to the dead faster than Tangaloa, I say. It is nothing the Kawaru would craft. The ancestors and their hobbies.
He shrugs, smiling.
If you need aid, Himarihi's warriors need only someone to bark commands and they will go.
He raises his fingers to his brow once more. I had questions about Pococahara.
Wind and sorrow are all that emerge from the ruins. Never answers.
He waves you on. Okay, so why not move the tribe elsewhere?
In our old villages, we were raided by pirates,
okay, I know.
stolen by slavers, and killed by Rawatayan scouts.
But here nobody comes to attack them, yeah. His head droops further with each admission, as if their acknowledgement diminishes him personally.
So I brought them here, where the soil is too poor for koiki fruit and the waters too shallow for great fish. At least we are in the path of Valian traders as they come and go. This is protection, prosperity, a future.
He nods, resolute in the idea. So beyond the storms in Pococahara, is there any danger?
Ikira, we paddle our canoes the long way around Pococahara for a reason, I say. Another people lived among our ancestors and built a temple in the desert. Now there is only death.
Now that does tend to follow the Ingwithins.
But the Valians close their ears to my warning.
He shrugs, glancing away.
Speak on, friend. What say?
Okay, well, farewell then. Oh, they're going away? Oh, then this might mean... Yeah, buddy. Okay, quick save. We have to end the episode, but I'm gonna steal first. Gimme. Oh, come on. Okay. We shall employ the sparkle crackers trick.
Where there's a gun.
Nice. Not worth it. Not worth it at all, but okay. Well, okay, let's go outside. We have learned what we could of Pococahara from Tikawara. So now we have to go and, you know, do our quests. Why are are these guys shining sometimes? It's very weird. So yeah, I'm gonna put my characters over here and we're gonna end our episode. In the next one, we're gonna explore the rest of this island, hopefully find some more cool things, and then I wanna make way to Pococohara. There's a lot of quests to take place in Pococohara, there's a lot of buzzing around Pococohara, a lot of talking about it, so I wanna see what it's about. For now, this will be it, my friends. As always, I wanna thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some PoE2 Deadfire. I hope you guys are having fun traveling through the islands with me. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. There's videos coming out every single day, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.